Bella Vista Community Television presents Bella Vista and Beyond. Our hosts today are Damon, Wallace, and Mike Cleary, and we will be talking about the great passion play and listing your home. And now to the studio for our program.
And welcome to Bella Vista and Beyond. We are here. I'm Damon Wallace, and this is Mike Cleary, my co-host. And Mike, it's good to see you again.
Yes, it's been a fun, exciting month. We got a little bit of a hailstorm last night.
We did.
Did you sleep through that, or did you?
I was already awake. I was just wondering how big they were.
You went out to measure the hail in the driveway.
No, I didn't get up. I was awake, but I didn't get up. I mean, no, I wasn't that interested. Here in Arkansas, we have some hail, so it's not that big.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the groundhog predicted that.
No, but he did say, spring was right around the corner, and I believe we have made it.
Yes, we had a couple warm days already.
I've seen some flowers blooming.
Keep them coming. Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Which means it's almost time to mow the grass, too. Anyway, or spray weed killer, one of the two.
Yeah, take down the Christmas tree.
Yes, Mike was just telling us before the show that he just now took down his Christmas tree.
Yeah, I figured if you got dust on the Christmas ornaments, it's time to put the tree away.
That's true.
I used it as like the New Year's tree, and then it became like the Mardi Gras tree. But when Easter, I don't think we could have parlayed it as a Easter tree. So no, it finally got packed away.
Oh, so we've got a few events coming up here in Bella Vista. The Bella Vista Business Fair at Reardon Hall is going to be this next Thursday, not tomorrow, but the next Thursday, March the 19th. From 9 o'clock a.m. till 1 p.m. It's hosted by the Bella Vista Business Association. If you didn't know we had a business association here in Bella Vista, you can check them out at bellavistabusiness.com and see all the different businesses that are in our area, and a lot of them you probably just never have even heard about. So, but they're actually located here. So
there's a lot of businesses that I haven't even heard of in Bella Vista until I go one of these fairs and see what they do and where they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also at the American Legion Hall on Saturday the 14th is a St. Patrick's party with the band Rockin' Roads. It's, I suppose, from 7 to 10. I'm not sure because their website didn't say the time on there, but they did say green beer and Irish jig. So we'll see how much Irish jigging is going to be going on at the St. Patrick's Day party at the American Legion Hall on Saturday the 14th.
Yeah, I don't know about the jigging
I
stuff.
can jig.
Can you jig?
Yeah, well, we'll see how much green beer it takes, but yeah.
And then we have a Spring Senior Expo on April 23rd at Reardon Hall. So this is April 23rd. And so the Village House, if people remember that, it was here in Bella Vista. They ended up moving locations, but they're still going to do their senior spring fair over here at Reardon Hall, April 23rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So a lot of good vendors there also. So, but and then you had some band stuff too.
I've been playing in a band quite a bit, and I'm taking a break off because I'm going to be traveling to Florida this month and then flying to Las Vegas next month. So
oh, you poor thing.
I know, it's terrible. I did all this traveling. I just got back from Phoenix a week ago, and I thought, going south is going to be warm. It was 23 degrees in Phoenix.
Oh,
I said, it's warmer in Bella Vista. I'm heading back home. So we made a beeline back to Bella Vista. Forget that.
Oh, my. So anyway, we've got a good show today, obviously, because we always have good shows. Want to go ahead and get to our first guest. This is Mr. Kent Butler, and Kent is the Director of Operations for the Great Passion Play in Eureka Springs. So, Kent, good to have you here with us.
It's good to be on the program today.
Okay, and he plays a couple of characters. He plays Jesus as the main character, but then also
David the Shepherd.
David the Shepherd.
So that's what I'm dressed in now, because I don't like to wear white on camera. It's
True.
just you got to see the Passion Play in order to be able to see me as Jesus. That's the key. So I'm just David now.
So many people have heard about the Great Passion Play. They've heard about Christ of the Ozarks. Tell us a little bit about the history behind all that.
So the Passion Play was started in 1968 in Eureka Springs. And of course, the Christ of the Ozarks, many people have been able to visit it. And that was the very first thing that was at the Passion Play. And then they said, hey, this is a beautiful valley, a beautiful amphitheater. We should do a play about Jesus. And the one in Germany, which is performed this year, it's only performed once every 10 years. And this is the calendar year that it will be performed. Whereas that's just once every 10. Ours is every single year, 80 performances during the season. I've been involved since I was 16. I got my driver's license and became a Roman soldier. And my wife has actually been involved since she was 5 years old. Even our dog is involved in the play. And a lot of other townspeople, and from this area even, in Bella Vista, we have people traveling from all of Northwest Arkansas to participate in the cast. And of course, people from all over the world come to see the story of Christ performed in an epic fashion, 200 actors and actresses for about an hour and 45 minutes.
That's great. And so over the years, I know I've started watching it when I was about 10 years old when we first moved to Harrison, Arkansas. It was one of our trips that we made every time we had family come up from Texas or Louisiana, and we'd make a trip to the Passion Play. But over those years, many things have been added, and it was already there when I got there in the early 80s, which was the Sacred Arts Museum and the Bible Museum. Tell us a little bit about those exhibits.
So the Sacred Arts Museum has about 1,000 pieces of art in 64 different forms, including rare pieces of art that date back all the way to the 9th century. There's a bust of the head of Christ from the 9th century. And then our Bible Museum has over 6,000 Bibles in 625 languages and dialects, including the first edition, first printing of the King James Version of the Bible, a page from the Gutenberg Bible, and of course a ton of other rare Bibles. It's truly amazing when you go in and you're like, here's the history of how the Bible was written. And it's not only like the history of it, but here's the actual Bible. Here's Matthew's Bible. Here's the Tyndale Bible. We even have one of the first Bibles in the Cherokee language. We have the only Bible autographed by all of the original Gideons. And whereas in some years you could just see the Bible Museum on days the Passion Play was performed, we performed from Good Friday through the end of October. Now you can attend our Bible Museum anytime during the year, besides Sunday. The grounds are open 7 days a week to see the Christ of the Ozarks, but every day but Sunday you can come into our gift shop and tour our Bible Museum free of charge. We're a nonprofit organization, and we're just happy to see people come in and get to see the Bible, the history of it. One of the neatest stories that I have is that there was a guy who moved to the States. He lived in Texas. He's from Singapore. He had never read a Bible in his native language. And I said, hey, we've got one of those. Come back here. And he opened the Bible and read the Bible for the first time in his native tongue. It's pretty incredible when you have that experience. And of course, that's in our Bible Museum. We also have a history museum that kind of talks about the philosophy of history, of how things have changed, how people are taught, and has historical evidences for everything from when Jesus walked on the earth to did dinosaurs exist at this time? And we've added a lot of other things to the grounds, like for kids, Noah's Ark Park Petting Zoo. It's great to see kids who maybe not have been around farm animals get to interact with a real-life sheep. Of course, a lot of times they say, well, this is a goat. And I say, no, that's a sheep. As David the shepherd, I should know, and that's a sheep right there.
That's right.
But it's really neat to see the kids interact. And we've done a lot of things on the property and improvements in recent years. And we've actually invited people to be in the production through our mission trip program. And people from all over the states, especially this area, youth groups especially. We have groups, Greenbrier United Methodist Church. They bring their youth group every year to serve for a week of time. They get to watch the play, but then now they're actually in the Passion Play every night. So for that week of time, they're helping us improve the 667-acre property. And then they actually get to be participants in the show, which is truly incredible that they have this once-in-a-lifetime performance that they can not only see, but now be in. And that's an experience we offer all year long now, including through our fall mission trip program. So we wish people could come during the summer, but all of those weeks are already booked out right now with youth groups, family groups, and church groups coming for the Passion Play. They stay on the property, eat their meals in our buffet, and then get to help us out.
Okay, so now one of the big additions that was a project that got started, I believe, in the 80s was the New Holy Land. And so there's actually tours through that. But tell us some about the new Holy Land Tour.
So the Holy Land Tour is a lot like being at an amusement park, but back in Bible days without the rides. It's literally living history. You walk through in 1978, they built a full-scale reproduction of the East Jerusalem gate. So you literally get to see what Jesus would have seen as he rode in on a donkey. And when you close your eyes and open them, it's like you're in Bible days because you see biblically costumed actors. You see people interacting. And right at the beginning of the Holy Land Tour, 2 years ago, we added the marketplace area, which a lot of people have seen the parables of the potter presentation. It gives a living demonstration of pottery, just as they would have made back in Bible days. That happens right before the play. I do David the Shepherd. I teach children how to throw marshmallows instead of rocks. Much safer that way. And then we also have a sculptor that came 2 years ago and joined us, and he sculpts a bust of the head of Christ in about 30 minutes. It's truly amazing. This has also been used for film sets now, and including a production that was started by a guy right here from Northwest Arkansas, The Tale of a Penitent Thief, which will be distributed in theaters this summer, 2020. And that happened right at the Great Passion Play. They used all of our props, all of our sets, and it's truly amazing that people come in. We have even churches, they come in and film their Easter productions because of all that we have to offer through our sets.
Now, one of the great features of the tour is you have your tour guides, so you'll meet them along the way, but many of them are very, very knowledgeable. They've studied the history of this. Some have even written books.
Yeah, their whole life they've studied these things, and they really dedicate themselves, and they're very humble. You know, they say, now, this is what this person believes, this is what I believe, this is what maybe you believe. But it really takes you back to Bible days. So a full-scale replica of the tabernacle, where every single thing that you see is the color and the dimension of what it would have been in Bible days. So the Bible really does come to life. You get to see the inn at Bethlehem, and maybe a more similar experience to what the manger would have been like in Bethlehem. Out in the stable, it would have probably been a cave. You get to see the Last Supper and the upper room. You get to see the tomb as it stands in Jerusalem today, the garden tomb. You get to see a replica of that. So for people who can't travel to Israel or don't want to or unable to, they can go to Israel right now in Eureka Springs in our new Holy Land Tour.
And now the Christ of the Ozarks has so many followers as far as when you look at visited attractions around the world.
It's the fourth largest visited statue in the States, and we know that through the daily counts that we take for people on the property. And then right outside of the Christ of the Ozarks, we've also built this Cross Memorial Garden, which is pretty neat. To see people interact with that. It's truly a peaceful place where people can come, enjoy life, take a little respite, and just enjoy nature and all that Eureka Springs and the beauty of the Ozarks has to offer.
And something a little bit more contemporary, but not quite from Bible days, but I think is very interesting too, is there's actually a piece of the Berlin Wall from when it fell in 1989, wasn't it?
Right, and it came to the Passion Play property in the early 90s. J.B. Hunt, they were able to transport it from the Port of Houston, and they donated it to the Passion Play as far as my tracing of the historical records. And a lot of young people actually do their school projects, their history projects, right next to that 10 by 10 section of the Berlin Wall that features Psalm 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley, I shall fear no evil. And we really keep it as a tribute to people of faith, that you stand up for your faith regardless of what other people believe, whatever governments say, you can still stand for your faith. And I'm proud to be an American because we can stand for our faith no matter what.
Okay, so you mentioned that the Passion Play is nonprofit, and so you rely on donors too, from businesses to individuals, things like this. So what are some of the ways that people can help continue telling the story of Jesus?
So we have monthly supporters that have really stepped up in recent days. And some people didn't know the Passion Play was an educational and charitable nonprofit. I mean, that's our primary purpose of existence. And we tell this religious story, and we've been able to connect people in truly amazing ways. So we're in the middle right now of a $300,000 matching challenge. One of our key donors who has been behind us, he and his family, year after year after year in the past 5 years, he has said, hey, if you guys raise $300,000, I'm going to match that $300,000. And so right now, we've raised about $115,000 of that. And so we're excited. We've had a lot of people step up and say, hey, what do you need? We purchased a $6,800 spotlight that had been used on Broadway a year ago. Actually, a couple of years ago now. We're trying to get another one, $6,800, and we've had people give specifically to those projects so that we can continue to expand the way that we tell the story, as well as the method and the different technology that we have available today. And people have specifically gotten behind those things. So if people are looking to donate, they can find a full list of all different types of things to donate for on our website.
And you know, there's just so much. I mean, it's trying to squeeze everything in here. So one of the final thoughts, the bike trails.
Absolutely.
One of the newest things that's come up.
18 miles of mountain bike and hiking trails. We actually had the entire Holiday Island hiking club come out. And so they're not just for mountain bikes, but they're for people, all trail users. And they're all biblically based. Genesis, Exodus, Rapture, Revelation, Atonement. Now, if they're Bible book names or like the Lord's Prayer, those are beginner trails. If they're biblical concepts like atonement, deliverance, Armageddon, maybe avoid those trails if you're not quite used to hiking yet. But on the 667-acre property, we've really been excited to see all of the trail users come out. We had a parking lot full of cars this past weekend enjoying them.
Okay, well, Kent, it's good having you here with us. I want to encourage everyone to check out thegreatpassionplay.org. The season begins very shortly. You can find ticket information on there. Encourage you to take the Holy Land tour also. And Kent, it was good to have you.
Thank you. Hope to see you guys Good Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to confess, I have not been to the Passion Play. So we need to make a road trip together.
Wait, we do?
We're going to do the Armageddon Trail.
Okay, yeah. So, hey, but we better take a break and then get back here real quick. So stay tuned.
We will be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Here are our hosts, Damon and Mike.
So that was good.
Yes, I'm excited about seeing the Passion Play. I'm not excited about doing the hiking trails that are kind of extreme.
Come on.
Yeah, extreme trails riding and hiking. I'm not sure if I'm up to that yet. But we'll go together. We'll see the Passion Play, do some petting goat things and.
Petting goat things?
Petting goat yeah, he said sheep. He had sheep, he had goats. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, we can do it. Hey, but
low impact.
Mike and I have actually started thinking of things that we could go out and do together to kind of make some things in the show even more interesting.
Yeah, as if it can be more interesting than this.
I know. You know, we're already interesting, so we get some comments about that anyway. They're like, "Where'd you get these guys from?" So, but you've got a guest today.
Yes. My guest is Sheryl Shumate with Coldwell Banker, and real estate is a big topic in Bella Vista. And one thing that a lot of people ask me, they say, is Bella Vista a popular real estate area, or is it kind of leveling out, or is it increasing, or how's Bella Vista real estate wise?
Bella Vista is very popular, very. You can get a lot more for your money here, and we know how great it is to live here and all the beauty that's around it. So it's a great place to live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're specifically going to talk to me about if you're interested in selling your house. What is the process of going through the listing procedure?
Well, first of all, we really need you to sell your house. There are not enough houses on the market right now. But the process is, I would do a comparative market analysis, which is I would analyze what's on the market right now around your house, around the same size, around the same age as your house, what's sold recently within the last 6 months, so that we can kind of determine where you should be price-wise and what you can expect.
Now, comparative market analysis sounds pretty technical to me. So what exactly is it? Sounds kind of almost intimidating.
Is it? Well, I have one.
And it's for, and you said it's for my house,
it's for
but my
your
house
house.
isn't really for sale yet, so I'm just telling you.
But no, basically it's going to give you pictures, details on what's for sale, what's not for sale.
Yeah.
what's already sold, and it's going to give you an idea of how you can compare your house to that. So maybe one house has a pool, maybe it has more bedrooms than yours. So you're going to think, well, I probably can't price mine quite there, but maybe you're close to that.
Yeah, and it's mostly on the price per square foot, right?
A lot of it is, but there are exceptions to that. Maybe you've remodeled your house. That's going to raise that. You know, maybe you added on, or I've lost my words, Mike. I don't know. Yes,
If you've done a renovation, or if you did home improvements or things like that, because that's things that are going to improve the value of your house.
Exactly.
And not only the value of your house, but also in the same community as well, right? Is that correct?
Correct. You want to go, when I do a comparative market analysis, I like to start by going a mile out from your house. I try not to go further than that. Now, if you live without very many houses around, I'm probably going to have to. But in your case, I wouldn't have to. A mile out would give me enough information.
Yeah, I just live just in the Highlands, and there's quite a few houses there, some newer houses as well. And so if you have a house that's an older house, what exactly would you recommend for people that are thinking about doing a comparative market analysis from that?
For the comparative market analysis?
Yeah, or
just for
process.
listing?
Yeah.
The biggest thing is that if you have something that you know needs repaired on your house, I would go ahead and do it. Everybody's going to any buyer is going to hire a home inspector, and that inspector is going to find it. So if you have like a cracked window, go ahead and fix it. You want your house clean before it's listed. You want to get rid of clutter. But other than that, our market's pretty hot. And you're not.
Speaking about decluttering and cleaning and stuff, that was another thing that comes up a lot, is staging your house and getting your house ready for presentation. You said you actually have a process of that.
Well, I don't actually have a process, I would say, but I will tell you if I'm in your house and I think something needs to be moved. You can also hire stagers, and they're not very expensive. If you think it's something that needs to happen, it's not a bad thing to do.
So a lot of people in Bella Vista, they don't just want to move. People don't move just into Bella Vista, but they move within Bella Vista as well.
Correct. You and I have discussed that.
Yeah.
They do. Sometimes maybe they're downsizing. Maybe they need more room. Maybe they want to live by the bike trails. Maybe they don't want to live by the bike trails, you know. So people move for different reasons.
Yeah. And are you noticing a lot of people coming into Bella Vista mostly?
A lot. I had in January 2 people from California that moved here specifically to move to Bella Vista. You know, they love the area. It's beautiful. So,
Yeah. And now, what is your personal process? What is your personal step-by-step strategy if I was interested in marketing my house?
My personal strategy would be I would hire a photographer first. I think photographs are so important in the internet age. You want the best pictures because more than likely whoever looks at your house is first going to see it online. So my first step is always to hire a professional photographer to come take pictures of your house. After that, marketing, we have at Coldwell Banker, Harris McCaney and Fawcett, we have a lot of marketing material. We have color brochures that with those professional photos look like something you would do for $1 million house. And I would leave those in your house so that any other agent that shows it, you know, there it is, and their clients can see how beautiful that is also.
Yeah.
And we have flyers to email out. I do a lot of social media marketing. We do a lot of internet marketing. because I think that's where it is.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned social media and internet. My wife spends probably as much time on Zillow as she does on Facebook, and so there's you get a lot of interest in Bella Vista.
We do. Now, I actually have just gotten my own app, so I need to send it to her because
Great.
it's a little easier to use than Zillow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can always send out my own app, but yeah, it's fine. You can look wherever you look. I think that ours is a little more accurate. Sometimes Zillow does have an issue with things that have already sold still being on it, but yeah, wherever you look, you know, as Sharon does, when she calls me, I look it up in my system and let her know if it's there.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Social media and internet is very, very prominent now.
It is.
And you told me that you're getting more and more savvy using the internet and social media. Is that one of the tools that you use the most, right? Instead of going out to looking at 100 houses, you look a lot of them online first.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have, you know, we cover a big area besides Bella Vista, so we can't go in every single house. However, as far as social media, yes, I think that is the market that I like to spend my advertising dollars the most, because everybody is on Facebook or Instagram, and I think they catch it a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. So getting a house ready to sell, a lot of times people will say you need to get rid of all your personal things or just clear everything out, leave nothing in there. Is there like a happy medium in between? Yeah,
I believe that you live in your house, you know, and we all live in our house when we're selling it, or most people. I don't think it's necessary to take down every personal picture that you have. If you had a wall of personal pictures, maybe, you know, but not every single one. It's far more important just to have your house clean, decluttered. The less that you have in a room, the bigger the room's going to look. But we all know that you live in your house. Yeah.
I just had a thought. What is HMF?
That is Coldwell Banker, Harris, McCaney, and Fawcett. And that is the company that I work for.
You're right by the roundabout, the Bella Vista roundabout.
I am. I work out of the Bentonville office, and that's where it is.
And you spend a lot of time in Bella Vista. You also go to Centerton and
I do.
Bentonville, and so you cover a lot of area.
I do. I will go anywhere in Northwest Arkansas. Wherever.
Well, that's wonderful. I appreciate you being with us this morning and telling us a little about real estate and about Bella Vista in particular, because people in Bella Vista, they want to either know who's moving in, or if they're thinking about moving, where would they go?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to recommend that they live in Bella Vista, of course, because I think it's a great place to live. Yeah.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I tell you, yeah, the homes are selling so quickly now. I've heard that from a lot of the realtors that there's just not any inventory out there.
Yeah, and a lot of it's new construction, but sometimes you don't want to buy a new house. You want to buy a house that's been lived in a little bit as well. And my wife and I, we've been looking a little bit. She has this, you know, on the HGTV, the Love It or List It thing, where
I've heard of it.
She's debating whether or not to fix up her house or move. And I don't care either way. I'm just concerned.
Is she going to keep you?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, okay,
Do I go with the house, or I'm not sure?
Well, see, that's the more important thing. You can do the other thing. It's just a matter of, well, whether she's going to let you move with her.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
yeah.
It's like a dowry, you know. It's like I have to go with her wherever she goes.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, we had a good show today.
Yes, we had a fabulous show. Passion Play. We have to go out there sometime.
We do.
We have to do karaoke. We have to do trivia night sometime, and we have to do the Passion Play.
That's it. So we're making our list of things to do. So anyway, but yeah. So anyway, it was good having everyone here today. Catch us on Bella Vista TV on the cable channels and on YouTube.
That's right. We're on YouTube.
And so have a good day.
Remember, you can see this program on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at various times. You may also view this program on youtube.com by going to Bella Vista TV. This has been a presentation of Bella Vista Community Television. Thank you for joining us.